Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a peaceful 63-degree Thursday, the 7th of July. Other than log trucks going by, it's just peace and serenity. Even old Kai-Kai's out there enjoying the morning. All right, welcome to a Thursday. Look at these little, there's Mama off to the side.
Come on, baby. Flash your lights.
Thus, they already see it. They're slowing down. That is the most precious thing ever.
Come on, guys.
Well, Mama,
Yes, it was.
it was much sunnier and more pleasing today.
It was smooth.
So if the air conditioner decided to come on and it's gonna
Yeah,
blow on the microphones.
Of course.
Thursday, Mama. 2 more days and it's the weekend.
Yeah.
Almighty. I'm excited.
Me too.
I don't know why. I have no plans, but
No. But just so you don't have to go somewhere, that's exciting in itself.
very true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mama.
All right.
So you have a wonderful Thursday, and I'll see you as the day goes on.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you, baby.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
This is that ST I was telling you about. I thoroughly tested it. Ran it through multiple fan cycles and nothing. There's no leaks. She's happy as a clam. I forget you gotta wait for these things. There we go. Now we can hit the mode button and light her off. The old STs, the long forgotten ST. Although I say that, I see quite a few of them coming in here lately. I just don't know. Oh, that's right, you got a double tap on the old ones. The newer ones, when you make a reverse move and then you click forward to go into first, it skips neutral and goes right to first. Them old, what are them called? The 660 Garmins? Man, that's like using an old Palm Pilot PDA with like, you can actually see, if you just look, even with my weak eyes, I can look at that thing and see the dots and the pixels of it. That's the way stuff was back then. Technology has a way of changing quick. Then you look back and you go, wow, is that the stuff we used? Yes, it was, and we were extremely excited about it. Loving every second of it. It's like everything else. There's always a newer and a better model coming right up. You go broke trying to keep up with all that kind of stuff. It's like when you buy a new car, you know, and then the next year, maybe the year later, they do some drastic change, and you go, oh, I should have waited till the next year. Well, if you waited till next year, the next one's going to come out, and yeah, you'll say the same thing. I should have waited till the next year. I kind of got snagged into that thing, because you remember 11 months after I bought my 2015 Streetlight Special, the Milwaukee 8 came out. So I thought, nah, I'm not going to do this. And then I remember Joey up at Northwest, he goes, Smoak, you got to come ride this thing. I go, Joey, I'm 11 months in. I am not going to, okay, I'll come ride it. But I'm just telling you right now, I'm not buying another motorcycle. I didn't even make it halfway around the little test ride route, and I'm going, yeah, I'm in trouble. Do you see me? Oh, thank you. Thanks for looking out for your fellow man. I swear I just seen an RC car go flying across. Oh, I did. I used to have so much fun with that. I hadn't even driven the one that Ryan got me. It wasn't even my birthday or anything. He just up and bought me an RC car. I haven't ridden that thing in a while, or driven it, whatever you call that. And I need to do that. I enjoy the holy heck out of it. Great fun. So another thing, and nobody even complained about it, the owner's son went out to where this thing was, which is like literally on the other side of the state, and picked the thing up, and it barely even ran. I don't know if they're, I mean, this is a classic short run kind of thing. The plugs are just blacked out. You could tell the bike was running good, but somebody short ran it so many times they fouled the spark plugs out in it. God, the sales guys, especially at the old Longview store, they'd fire them up in the showroom and park them out front, and then fire them up at night and drive them in. You know, they get run for like 2 minutes at a time. The next thing you know, salesmen bring them back. I think the transmission is failing in it, because these twins, when when it fouls a plug, and the one, you got always one cylinder goes before, you know, one's gonna go, you know. And well, when they one lung it, because of the ricochet back from the belt, it makes the engagement dogs click clack back and forth in the transmission, and it literally sounds like the tranny's going out. It goes oh man. And still to this day, I guarantee you, I think it already had one this year. Customer complaint, the transmission is failing, it really rattles really bad. And I get on it, it doesn't run right. It runs horrible. Do you not hear how bad that sounds? And it just stinks to holy high heck, you know. Yeah, buddy. Oh man, it was just barely idling, and it was blah 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 blah. You know how they do. But yeah, you can see just the way the plugs are fouling. There was nothing wrong with them until somebody was just doing a bunch of short runs with it. You guys know the drill. You're gonna fire them, you gotta take them for a ride. Oh, and doing that, I was doing the plugs. Right at the end of the day there was a guy, one of our auction bikes had a Corbin seat, and customer couldn't stand it, so we wanted it off of there. Well, when we got it from auction, there was no key for the Corbin seat, so there's a locksmith down there. We didn't want to have to deal with the hassle of dealing with him to get a lock for it, so he goes, I'll make it work. So he's over there fighting that thing, and then we get to BS and kind of learn some really cool lock picking hacks. Because yes, I'm one of these people that'll lose a key, or what I'm most famous for is whenever I ride to work, I'll forget my keys. It's with my backpack, so I'll have to break into my toolbox. And anyway, I won't go into the details of what he taught me, but that was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm doing that, and the front plug, if you guys ever replace plugs on a twin, I've figured out what tools and what order to do things. I've done so many of them. And anyway, so I get the front one done, and the rear one is just easy peasy. Well, there's a hole in the head where the spark plug goes down in there, and that hole isn't a whole lot bigger than the outside diameter of your spark plug socket. So, you know, the front, you know, when you get the cover off, it's just, I mean, the rear one is just super easy to get to. So I'm yammering on with him, and I pull my extension with the socket on the end of it out, and I bent the thing over slightly instead of just coming straight up out of the hole. Well, that outer, the bore that's in the head where the spark plug goes, grabbed that socket and pulled the extension off. And I go, oh, and I go to grab the socket, it's just dangling there, and it goes, and I watch it just flip over, and here it goes, ding 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 donk. Yeah. And the first thing he says, he goes, oh, that's never good. He goes, you want to hear all that clinking and clanking, and then the last thing you hear, thump on the ground. You want it to go all the way through. I go, yeah, that decidedly did not go all the way through. So ended up having to take the whole left side of this thing apart. I don't even know if I can explain where that thing was. He's like, how'd you find it? I said, well, there's no chrome inside the engine bay, and I just looking around with my flashlight and I seen a flash of chrome. I said, that's got to be my socket. And then I got this real high powered like technician's magnet thing. Well, guess what? All this stuff in that area, the framework parts and all that stuff, they're all made out of metal. So the magnet's going ting tang, grabbing everything except for the socket. So I finally got a good hold over and got her out. Ooh, this thing's spunky. It's liking them fresh plugs. Let's do our little alley thing here. Let's loop through the parking lot first. Let's just do something different. I get a good run on this thing, make sure there's nothing getting wet or damp anywhere. Boy, you forget when you haven't driven these things in a while, the heat that comes off of these 990s. That's pretty wild. But when that was the only Spyders that were out, that's just the way they were. That was part of riding a Spyder. And then the 1330s came out, and it's a full-on cheater. Remember, I used to come up here backwards. There's nothing saying this one way, but you know, I've done it so many times that everything's facing the same direction that I probably shouldn't go through here backwards. Even with a Spyder in a car, I don't think you could pass. So our BMW demo event is this weekend. So I'm getting you a day early. I don't know if it's Friday and Saturday or Saturday and Sunday, but if there's a BMW you've been eyeballing and you want to ride one, come on down. You can go to our website, procalibervancouver.com, or BMW Motorcycles of Vancouver. And that's not Vancouver, Canada. That's Vancouver, Washington. Oh boy, he's got his little FZ1 out every single day. It's that time of year you get to ride your bike all the time. It's always so nice. I would ride to work way more often, but ain't nothing worse than dredging down the freeway, flattening out the center of your tires for nothing. Or I could spend 6 hours of my day going back and forth to work. And yeah, you only do that every once in a while. That, excuse me, people are so crazy on the freeway. Man, last night there was spikes, strips. They're lined up on the side of the road waiting to go, you know. And Kelly found something on the news. I didn't see what started it, but I don't know if they got their man, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then the night before, we had a 2-hour delay, and yeah, and you want to be out on a motorcycle. And I see these people, you know, because they're traveling, they're just trying to get from point A to point B, so you're taking Interstate 5, and that's like, man, please be careful. I mean, just like 3 years ago, it was nothing like that on the freeway. People have lost their mind here lately. So let's take this nice, yeah, look at that. Look at all the freeway stuff. Everything's red around us. Crazy. Some of you guys that are new to Spyders probably don't even know what a Spyder ST Limited is. It started out as a GSRS, and then the ST came about, and the ST stands for Sport Tour, and the RS was Roadster Sport. The RS. ST Sport Tour. So it's kind of based on that. They're a little bit wider, I think a touch longer, and you know how those didn't, the GS's and RS's didn't have a fairing at all. You know, they had a little pod screen kind of a thing, like a fly screen almost. And these have an upper module that works as a fairing. You can have stereo and all that stuff, and the windshield's physically adjustable up and down. But they were good bikes. The Limited, which this one is, came with the luggage. So the backrest is optional, and so is the little chrome wings on there. Those are optional as well. Rotex powered. And I think the Limited, I think these were like the RTs. I think they came with the navigation, with the old 660. Still see a lot of people with the 660s on there, especially if you have one of these. It's not broke, don't fix it, you know. This sure runs good. The one thing you deal with these twins is the sound of a fan. Always running. The 1330s, when you switch one of those, you're literally had people think there's something wrong because the fan's not on all the time. But each radiator, I think, is like a half or a fourth larger than the one radiator that this one has. And you know, they're up front, so when they're running in we're sitting still like that, these blow backwards at you. But the 1330s have what they call reverse logic, and that's our main UPS guy. He's not ready for us yet, though. All right, hang on. But anyway, yeah, it'd be nice if these had the reverse logic. But one of the other things about the two radiators sitting up front is when the fan's running and that reverse logic, they're blowing out forward. It's also pulling heat from the engine bay. But anyway, thanks for coming along for a rip on a 2013 Spyder ST Limited. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, there's some black clouds. We thought it was going to rain. It actually rained before we got through here, so we're taking the back roads back. And, yeah, then the black cloud. Kelly goes, that beautiful? Or that crazy black cloud? She's gone.
Yeah. Now it's all pretty out there.
I don't know if that comes up with the selfie camera or not, but if it did, great. Anyway. It's, I don't know what it's like, 8:30 or something. Mm-hmm. The things came in, the sights. I've been in there playing around with that stuff. Not exactly what I wanted, but close enough. Kelly goes, that looks good to me. I said, all right. Mm-hmm. Good enough. But anyway, did a lot with that Spyder today. I think I took a fairly long ride. I don't know, but I got a vlog to build.
Yes,
so
you do.
I'm gonna thank you guys for watching today and listening to the ramblings on of the Smokes, and we'll do it again tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Friday or Saturday.
Heck yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday.
Yay.
I love that.
Yay.
Heck yeah. All right. We'll see you guys then.
See you in the morning.
Thanks for watching now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.